everyone doing? Thank you all for checking out True Blue Bobbleheads. We are the True Blue Bobblehead crew. I am Turbo.
And I'm Ben.
And today we're going to go ahead and talk about Bobblehead of the 1981 World Series Tri-MVPs.
Exactly. Given out on July 2nd, 2016.
Yes. Now this Bobblehead depicts Pedro Guerrero, Steve Yeager, and Cey, the Penguin himself. Great Bobblehead, so let's go ahead and take a look at the box and the Bobblehead right now.
Alright guys, so now we're going to jump into the box of the 1981 World Series Tri-MVP Bobblehead. So here's the box of the Bobblehead. On the front, it shows the Bobbleheads. On this side of the box, it shows the 2016 promotional schedule. On the back of the box, it shows a picture of the Tri-MVPs. On this side of the box, it shows some different facts of Cey, Pedro Guerrero, and also Steve Yeager. And here's the front of the box again. We're actually going to show you the top of the box. It shows the 2016 Bobblehead, but as you can see, it's number 6 of 10. And that is the 1981 World Series Tri-MVP Bobblehead box.
Alright guys, so here's a closer look at the 1981 Tri-MVP Bobblehead, Pedro Guerrero, Steve Yeager, and Cey. They are in their away jerseys, and that's because they won the 1981 World Series on the road. So that's really cool because nowadays the Dodgers don't usually give out bobbleheads with different uniform colors, so that's cool that they have the gray away jerseys on in this one. On here you have the old-fashioned stirrups. Now there's a lot of detail in the jersey as well. You see the lines, you see the buttons, you see the belt buckle, you see that blue stripe outlined by the white on the top, so that's a really, really cool feature. So we're going to go ahead and turn it to the side a little bit, and on the side you can see the arm has a little patch right there on the side. And now as we swivel it a little bit more to the back, you see the back of the Bobblehead with their names, Cey, Yeager, and Guerrero. Now what's really cool is that the number is not just blue, it's outlined by a white as well. And also if you notice the hair, I love how detailed the hair is. The hair is really detailed. Okay, let's go ahead and turn it back around a little bit. You got the side view a little bit more, and again the front of the Bobblehead. So pretty good Bobblehead. It's about half the size of maybe a regular Bobblehead. These are, the mini ones. Usually when they come with a dual or 3 in this case, like how they have it, they're usually half the size. But let's go ahead. Me and Ben's gonna join me, and we're gonna go ahead and rate the Bobblehead now.
So the crew rates each Bobblehead on a scale of 1 to 5. Each Bobblehead starts off with 1 point. The Bobblehead has the ability to earn an extra point in 4 different categories.
Alright guys, so now that you guys had an up-close look at the Bobbleheads, we're going to go ahead and rate the Bobbleheads. Would you like to start, sir?
Alright, so the first category we're going to jump into is likeness. So for this category, we're going to give it a point. We think it resembles the Tri-MVPs, and that's why it's well-deserving of a point for this category. So I think you agree. Yeah, so next category we're going to talk about is detail. Now, for it being half the size of a regular Bobblehead, this Bobblehead is really detailed. You can see all the lines, all the cracks, all the trimming of the letters and the numbers and all that. Point for detail. Alright, so the next category we're going to jump into is pose. So for this category, we're going to give it half a point. Reason being is it's just a generic pose, but the reason why we're going to give it a half a point is they are standing there because of the Tri-MVPs. They're standing together, showing they're the MVPs. So for that, we're going to give it a half a point.
Yes, and the last category we can go ahead and talk about is standout. Does this Bobblehead stand out? Now for standout, we're also going to give it a half a point because we think it does kind of stand out, mainly because of the uniforms, because it's a different color. Usually the Dodgers like to give out the players in their home uniform. This one's in their away jerseys because they won the World Series in their away jerseys, but it does stand out for that. And the fact that it's the 3 MVPs, that kind of makes it stand out. So half a point for that. So what does that mean? That means the overall rating for this Bobblehead from the True Blue Bobblehead crew is a
4.
That's right. So we give this Bobblehead a 4. Final thoughts.
My final thoughts on this Tri-MVP Bobblehead is I think it's great. I love this Bobblehead. I like having it on my shelf in the house. It's great addition to the collection. And the fact that it's in the away jerseys, just like Turbo said, normally the Dodgers give away them. They're in the home jerseys, but the fact that they won the World Series on the road in their away jerseys, it's only right to display them in their away jerseys. Very cool. I love it.
First off, I am so happy that Steve Yeager and Pedro Guerrero finally got to be on a Bobblehead. I've been waiting for a Bobblehead of them for a very long time. Cey's been on his own Bobblehead, and he's been on some of the the ones that are together. But but they finally get to be portrayed. And it's only my hope one day that maybe they get their own bobblehead, just because they are Dodgers that did great things for LA when they were here, so they definitely deserve that. But this one is very, very cool.
Yes.
I'm not a fan of these mini half bobbleheads at all. I'd have to say that this is probably my favorite one out of the ones that they've given out, where they do the combos of them. But I thought it was very good. Even the likeness is pretty good. You know, I was looking at it, I'm like, yeah, you know, it does resemble them around that era, around that time. It looks like them from when they were in the 80s. And I think that's maybe another thing that makes it stand out just a little bit more, because it does get their likeness from that time.
Yeah.
Especially the jerseys and uniforms. So, very cool. Happy they gave out this bobblehead. And yeah, I was just ecstatic about it. So,
Yep.
all right, guys.
Exactly.
So that was our review on this Tri-MVPs bobblehead featuring Pedro Guerrero, Steve Yeager, and Ron Cey for the True Blue Bobblehead crew.
See you guys next time.
Thank you for checking out the True Blue Bobblehead crew. You can also find them on Facebook at True Blue Bobbleheads and Instagram at True_Blue_Bobbleheads, Twitter at True Blue Crew 2, Snapchat at True Blue Crew 23. And remember, stay true, stay blue. We are the True Blue Bobblehead crew.